is Max Access, where Mackenzie Barwell takes you closer to members of Forge FC off the pitch on the Forge Audio Network.
Heyo. Okay, Victor, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. You're welcome. I'm pleased to be here.
Yeah, good. I mean, we were just talking about how this is your first time where you have to hold a mic.
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
Is it weird?
I'll get used to it.
Now, honestly, the bar has been set kind of low by your teammates, particularly Seba Costello, who did his entire interview like this.
Oh, yeah?
So you couldn't really hear what he was saying. As long as you hold it close to your mouth and you talk,
don't worry.
Then we'll be good.
I can listen.
Yeah.
I'll hold it here,
okay.
and it'll be good.
How have your first few weeks in Hamilton been?
To be honest, I thought it would be harder,
Mm-hmm.
But from the day I came, the players were great. The staff was great. The people in the team were great also,
Yeah.
So I've been enjoying myself the 2 weeks I'm here, let's say, and I've been having a good time.
Okay, good. Yeah. Nice. What's your living situation like? Are you with teammates?
Yeah, we're currently in the
hotel?
Yeah, staying in the hotel. So there are a few boys there.
Nice.
So we're with them. Yeah, it's nice. It's
okay.
Nice.
And what was the jet lag like? Did you have to adjust when you got here? Did it take a few days?
It was okay. I was waking up at 4 a.m. That was the only difficult thing.
It was okay. I was up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I was sleeping at like 9.
Oh, okay.
So
okay, good. So you still got sleep. Yeah,
I was early, waking up early, but then it was okay because it was not that bad.
Okay.
I was sleeping long enough. Yeah.
What's the ideal sleeping time frame for you?
For me personally, I think 9 hours.
What?
For me.
Wow, I respect that.
For
yeah.
Me. But I have teammates who need 7 hours, who need 6 hours, who need 10 hours. So.
Yeah.
It's personal, yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I feel like it's tough though. 9 hours is pretty ambitious. You
need to push yourself to sleep early.
Go to bed. Yeah. Do your teammates keep you awake at night? Do they try and do things before?
No, because
everyone
just
does their own
room.
thing. Okay.
So in the evening
it's probably
we're
for the
alone.
best, eh?
Yeah. So it's good, yeah.
Okay, well, this is Max Access. You said Mac earlier. That's
Mac,
actually I introduced myself as Mackenzie, but that's the short form, and the series is to get to know the people behind the players and just allow the access to the fans.
Yeah, all right.
So, Victor, today I'd like to talk about your career. Obviously, up until this point, I know it's going to be a pretty lengthy conversation considering what you've done, but I want to try and get through as much as we can in the next 15-ish minutes because Coach Bobby has talked a lot about the experience that you bring to this team and how valuable that is, but I want to make sure everybody has the proper context. Yeah. So, according to my research, you signed your first pro contract at the age of 18.
Yeah.
What was that like? You were so young.
I started playing football at the age of 15 and a half.
Are you serious? You started at 15?
Before I was playing, but with friends. So I was playing for fun only. I wasn't taking it seriously. I was living in Uganda.
I saw that, right.
So I grew up 15 years there. And then I was playing with friends and stuff like this.
Just outside?
Yeah, it was fun,
Yeah.
We had a team who would play for 2 months and then it would just stop. So it wasn't something serious. It was just something fun. And then at the age of 15, I said to my father, let me go to Greece and see if I can
make something of this,
And because my aunt and my uncle were in Greece,
I
went to live with them. We called a few clubs in Greece, AEK Athens, Panathinaikos, Olympiakos, and stuff like this.
Yes, I was just going to say, you're going to have to help me with some pronunciation as we go along here.
And AEK Athens, AEK, they answered me, and they said, we have trials in November. If you want, come, and then we'll see.
Wow.
So at the age of 15 and a half, I went there. I did good. I came back, and then I stayed. And then at the age of 18,
you signed.
I signed already professional contract. So it went really, really quick.
Wow. That's like a 3-year turnaround.
Yeah, it was a big change.
Can I ask what your dad's reaction was when he said, yo, can I just go to Greece and pursue this?
I think he was happy because my father wanted to be a professional football player himself, but because of his circumstances of growing up in Africa, because he grew up in Africa and his father dying young, his mother didn't really allow him to
do the things
explore these opportunities. So he really pushed me because he believed I had something special. And so I'm sure he was happy about me going to Greece to see if it will work out. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So prior to leaving for Greece, when you said you started playing at the age of 15 and a half, but you hadn't played organized soccer before that.
No, like the training every day like this. No, it was just
backyard
for fun with my school. And then like 1 to 2 months every year, we had like one team who would train, play some tournaments in Sweden and stuff, but then it would break off.
Okay.
So it was just like that.
Yeah. Okay, so looking at your first pro contract, remind me the name of the team that you started with. AEK.
AEK Athens, AEK, yeah.
You played with them for a few years and then you were on loan in Belgium, right?
I played with them a few years. I played with them, I believe, around a year. And then I signed for Lille.
Lille, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I signed for Lille at the age of 19, I think it was.
Okay.
But it was such a big step for me. Yeah, to go to Lille. I was young. I was unexperienced. I was not ready for such a big step, But because it came and it was exciting, I took it,
Yeah.
So I signed a 3-year contract in Lille. But after 6 months, I went on loan to a team of Lille, which was in Belgium.
In Belgium.
Yeah.
Okay. That's when you made the transition.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause you for a sec because our lovely strength and conditioning trainer is back to interrupt another episode of Max Access to take the tracker off you. I think I owe you, Brian, at least like $30 worth of Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Or
I say
ice caps.
cap every time. She owes me at least like 3.
Later today, I actually got you. So what made that transition so steep? You talked about not necessarily being ready for Lille, but why was it so big of a jump?
Because I played only a few professional games. So I played a few games with the first team. So mentally, I wasn't ready.
Okay.
Physically, I wasn't ready. So when I went to France with Lille, with the players they had like Dimitri Payet, who is an unbelievable player, Solomon Kalou, and all these players. So for me, it was a big
They were playing
change.
pro games every weekend.
They were big stars. They were stars.
Okay, sorry. I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm.
So it was a big change. So physically, I was not ready, and mentally, I was not ready.
Okay.
But it was a good experience for me to go
to just be
see.
thrown into it too, right?
Yeah.
So did you feel prepared when you eventually went to Belgium? At that point, had you kind of gotten into your groove?
At that point, it was easier, of course, to go to a team in Belgium. They were second division also.
Okay.
So it helped me play some games, and prepare my body and everything. Also, I always talk about the mental side of the game, because for me, the mental side is the most important side of football, So, yeah, that helped me a bit. But then I left France and I went back to Panathinaikos.
Right. Okay. So we're jumping all over the place here. I'd like to expand a little bit on that. You said the mental game is arguably or the most important to you.
Yeah. For me, from my experience, the mind is the most important thing in football. If you have qualities, if you're strong, technically you're good, but your mind is not strong, the pressure in football, I'm talking about football in Europe, where the fans die for you to win a game. So the pressure is something else, especially playing for big teams like in Greece where the fans are.
That is so interesting that you say that. And sorry to interrupt, but Bobby was talking about in the press conference how Victor has played in places where if you lose, it's not just the media who's going to be mad at you. There are people who will put their life on the line for their team. Yeah.
Yes.
Not to say that, of course, the Barton Street Battalion wouldn't do that, but I'm sure there was a larger crowd or big group of people.
I've experienced some difficult
crazy.
times. Yeah. So
Right.
it's so speaking about the mental side, that there's so much pressure from the team. Of course, you put pressure on yourself, which is normal to do good, but you have extra pressure, which is, to me, I believe, difficult for some players to handle, especially because it becomes more than football. And if mentally you're not prepared for it or you're not strong enough,
You'll fold.
You'll fall, yeah. And as Victor, I struggled a lot with that in my career, because back then if you remember the mental side of football wasn't such a big thing. If you needed to ask for help, it was like you were weak.
Right.
Because it was something like it was starting. People were starting to talk about sports psychologists and stuff like this. So back then it was a bit of a weakness.
And
to
you
say,
couldn't
no,
really voice that, right?
So
now, luckily, it is a larger conversation. And there is like a sports psychotherapist here, yeah.
There's a lot of help. You can find like mental coaches whenever you need and stuff, which actually do really help.
Yeah.
Help you a lot, yeah.
Oh, so interesting. Well, on that theme of being mentally strong, I also read that you were facing some injuries and setbacks within, I think, between 2015, 2017. Yeah. So what was that like for you, and how did that impact your mental, but also, of course, physical?
Yeah. Being injured, I think, is, as any athlete, not just a footballer, is the worst thing, because even if it's a small injury, you get set back. So you miss 2 games, and then you have to like restart again. Mm-hmm. Whereas when you're playing, your body's...
There's a flow, there's a rhythm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then when you have to sit out 2 games, you lose the rhythm. You need to start again. And for me, I believe many of those injuries back then were caused by mental pressure, mental stress, too much pressure on myself.
Okay, yeah.
And so I believe that, many of these things could have been avoided if I was more mentally strong,
Yeah. Well, you even see that now. Just when players are either burnt out or mentally frustrated, they'll go into a tackle lazy, and then it increases risk of injury.
So it really affected my career, those small injuries here and there, because they set you back.
Okay. I'm so into this conversation right now. I feel like I'm taking mental notes.
I'm being open.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Everything.
Okay, we'll move on to when you returned back to... yes. Thank you. Thank you. You scored goals in a few important matches in the UEFA Champions League. So competing on a stage like that, how do you think your, of course, overall skill set was increased, but also, how did that influence your playing style and your confidence?
Yeah. When I moved back to AEK Athens, they brought a coach who is a Greek coach who used me as a player differently than most coaches on the field.
Were you like a test subject in that way?
No. When he used me differently was he used me in a position that suited my playing style the best.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like a one size fits all. Here's everything for.
Most of my years I have been playing on the wing, but this coach believed that I was best as a second striker. So in the front, where I can make runs in the space and everything.
Yeah.
And this was the year we qualified for the Champions League, which was a huge thing for a Greek team and for AEK Athens, And I scored in the qualifiers against Celtic, and I scored in the next qualifying game against a team from Hungary, I believe it was. And in the Champions League also, we played some incredible teams. We played Benfica, we played Bayern Munich. We played against Ajax that went to the semi-final of Champions League that year. So we saw some amazing things.
What was it? Sorry, just to interrupt. What was that like walking out onto a field in that atmosphere?
Yeah, it was like hearing the anthem, and you get chills,
Yeah.
Just hearing
even
the anthem.
Thinking about it too.
You feel different. You feel like, wow.
Yeah.
This is
it.
It's amazing, So. And for us as AEK Athens, we were like the underdogs because we were the smaller team. So we would just go out there to have fun, to enjoy the games. So it helped us a lot to play our best as players individually, And we did what we could.
Yeah.
We didn't get any points, unfortunately, but it was a real good experience.
And you can enjoy it. And I think in a sense, it's almost better that there wasn't pressure on you, because you were just, at that point, you were just trying to prove something, right? There was no expectation for you guys.
I wouldn't say there was expectations to win the games,
right?
But there were some expectations to get some points, But unfortunately, we didn't manage to get any point. We had a chance in in one game against Benfica, where I scored 2 goals in that game.
All right.
So it was 2-0. We came back 2-2. And then
you were down 2-0?
Yeah.
And then you scored twice to tie?
They got a red card before halftime.
Oh,
and
my.
then second half, I scored twice to tie the game. And I had another opportunity to score a hat-trick.
Yeah.
And I had a teammate next to me.
Yeah.
But the way the action played, I was not looking at my teammate. I was looking just at the goal.
Yeah.
So I shot and I missed. So I didn't score the third goal. And last minute, they scored.
Oh!
So we lost 2-3.
Oh!
And after this game, imagine. Now let me talk to you about the way. Yeah.
The mental.
I scored 2 goals in Champions League, but I couldn't even enjoy that because after the game, because I didn't give the pass to my teammate who was next to me. Everyone, not everyone. I had some people around me who
were like good job. Yeah. Lifting you up.
But most of the people destroyed me until today.
Wow.
If I meet some fans from AEK, they will ask me, why didn't you pass the ball to Yakumakis? He's a Greek player who he's in Mexico now. So they will still ask me until today, why didn't you pass the ball? So until today.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So they can understand how
that is insane.
Yeah.
But that is a testament to what it's like over there. And the commitment and like the meaning behind just those moments that are so long ago.
Yeah. So you can understand.
I hope you don't lose sleep over that still.
It was hard back then.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was hard.
No kidding. You
had to stop looking at Instagram. You had to close it because, and it was difficult to go out because everyone would say something to you and everything. Got really close to God also, which strengthened me a lot in my faith, and that really helped me overcome all these difficult things. Yeah.
Well, it's no wonder that you preach the mental part of the game so much, given experiences like that one. Because if you don't get out of your own head, Okay. I want to wrap things up by talking about Forge. You're here now. Yeah. We're happy to have you. How did you initially find out about the CPL and coming over to Canada?
I knew about Forge maybe 2 years ago because my agent has a really good relationship with Forge and the coach
and Bobby.
Here.
Yeah, I met him actually before you.
Yeah,
I met your agent before you. Yeah,
and he would always just speak to me about the team, about the league here, and because I was getting a bit, let's say, not tired, but a bit fed up of Europe.
Yeah, European. Yeah, the European game.
Let's say where I was living in Greece, and the way the football was, like you had lost the fun of football, the joy of football. So when now this summer I was a free agent and I was waiting for a club. I actually was gonna sign for a club in Belgium, but then I got a surgery to remove my appendix. So let's say the offer broke then.
Okay.
And then the coach here called my agent and asked if I would be interested in coming here. And I took it as a new opportunity.
An opportunity to refresh and try something new.
To go somewhere else, to try something new. I believe everything happens for a reason, So I spoke with my wife. I said, listen, I'm going to go for 2 months. We'll see how it is.
See how it goes.
And then hopefully if all goes well, we can see about the future. So I decided to come here, leave Greece, and start something new here. And now I'm here.
So far, so good?
Yeah. Okay, so far, it's so good. Yeah.
No, you say everything happens for a reason. And I was going to mention selfishly, I think Coach Bobby and the rest of the team might be thanking the fact that you had an appendix surgery and didn't get to go to Belgium. Listen, we've got through a lot. I don't think this is the last conversation we're going to have because I want to talk about what you see yourself doing in the future. But we covered a lot of ground there. That was impressive. Yeah. Do you have any pre-game routines? Like a superstition or something?
No, I'm not superstitious.
No?
I'm not superstitious because as a Christian, I just believe in
Everything
Jesus,
will
and I
happen the
believe,
way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yes, I see.
I will pray. I'll ask God to protect everyone on the field, and that I will enjoy the game, because in the end, football is about having fun. I believe the moment you stop having fun in football, it's a sign
That's it.
to do something else.
Yeah.
So I came here. I want to help the team. I want to bring my experience, help the younger boys understand that football, you need to have fun. And yeah, so.
Victor, thank you so much.
You're
This has been such a great convo and debut on the Audio Network. Good luck
Thank
this
you.
weekend,
Thank
and
you.
we'll chat soon.
Yeah, thank you so
Sound
much.
good? Was it good? Was your first experience okay? Did the mic feel weird?
No, it was okay. It was
Okay.
okay. It was easy. It was easy.
Good. All right.
Thanks for listening to Max Access on the Forge Audio Network. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.